What I am seeing. Oh my gosh.
That's good. I don't know about that.
Just love it, love it, love it.
Yeah, sure.
So we are continuing our holiday baking series today with some more of the Baking Spirits Bright collection from Simple Stories. And Penny is here. Penny, you look very festive.
Oh, thanks.
I just love that shirt and vest.
Thanks.
So good morning, Penny. We're so glad you're
morning.
here. She's back. She's our coloring guru. And so Penny has been coloring up on the stamp set from Baking Spirits Bright. And I love that we whisk you a Merry Christmas. And these are really nice if you give food gifts out, or if you just like the gingerbread people, or celebrating the holidays, or you're doing recipes or recipe albums. And Penny also brought a recipe album to share with us.
Yep.
And those are excellent gifts for sure. Now, let's just take care of the elephant in the room,
Yeah.
shall we, Penny?
Yeah.
All right. Yesterday, I wasn't here yesterday. In fact, I was doing baking with my daughter and grandson yesterday. So this series is perfect. But yesterday, it was discovered that seems to be a typo, unless there is gingerbread, and we looked that up.
And it does pop up in Google.
Penny was able to Google it.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're still going with the stamp set. It's 20% off, and we're still going with it. There's a lot of other cute things. I will try to get a hold of Simple Stories and talk to them about it. I doubt that there's going to be a quick fix. Those probably came from China.
Yeah.
And not that it was anybody, who knows how it happened, Penny.
Oh, yeah.
I sure don't know.
No.
I'm just glad it wasn't me. I'm just glad it's not the memory bound stamp, because Penny's got the merrymaking stamp here also.
Oh, yeah.
And I think there's pretty good no typos there. So anyhow, but that stuff happens. Can you guys imagine producing all the product that a company like
How
Simple
many people
Stories?
proofed that and missed it?
Well,
I mean, because how many times have we looked at that stamp set and
we've
missed
sold
it?
a few of them too, and we haven't heard back until yesterday. I guess, was Maggie reading it? Is that?
I think it came through in the comment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So one of our really bright, intelligent
Yep.
customers figured it out. So, and thank you. We appreciate that, because now we know.
Oh, absolutely.
So, oh gosh, Dawn says good morning from Sloppy, Minnesota.
Ooh.
All we had was rain, and it was nasty yesterday. Were you off also, weren't you, Penny?
No, I was
Oh, no,
here.
yesterday was Tuesday.
Yesterday was Tuesday.
I messed up because I took the day off, and I was thinking that yesterday was Monday, but it wasn't. It was Tuesday.
Nope,
So today's
Tuesday.
Wednesday. Okay.
Today is
Now I know what
Wednesday.
day it is.
Yep.
So that somebody else is commenting about Minnesota, and Janet says, believe me, she knows how typos happen, and she feels their pain. And Oshra, good job for catching it yesterday.
Yeah.
So before we show you these wonderful little gingerbread people, aren't those just darling, darling, darling?
Did you know that KitchenAid comes out with a new color every year?
No, I
They have,
didn't.
like the
Did
color
you Google
of the year.
Did you Google the colors?
I did.
So what's the color of the year for this year?
Oh, I don't know. But these are like the last 3 years' colors.
Oh my gosh, that orange is really bright, isn't it?
So I thought, okay.
I have one, and mine's brown, Penny,
Mine-
which is
I
kind
have
of
a red-
boring.
I have a red one.
You have a red one. Corey, our daughter, has a red one.
I like the red one.
So I did not know that. We're learning a lot. Okay, so let's talk about our sale right now. We are on our Christmas clearance. You might call it a countdown or whatever, but Christmas right now is 20% off all of our Christmas themed products. And I got a squirrel moment because Peggy says it's magenta. The color of the year is magenta. I don't know if she means the mixer. Everybody, it is on the stamp itself. It is not just the packaging, it is on the stamp. Anyhow, our Christmas items, whether it's home decor, hanging little signs, Christmas ornaments, printable things, there are some kits that are excluded, but everything else is 20% off through the 18th. And then after the 18th, we go on to December 19th. And on the 19th would be the next card. Penny, it looks really good with your outfit, I have to say. So then on the 19th, we're kicking it down to 30, or kicking it up maybe, to 30% off the 19th through Christmas. So that again is going to be anything that's Christmas themed, if it's washi tape. There are some kits that are excluded. So then we're going to 30, and then, but wait. Oh, look at how prepared you were this time, Penny. So then on the 26th, or the day after Christmas through the day after New Year's, we're going to be 40% off.
And inventory will be so low at that point.
I know. Well, it is true. It is what we're not ordering in. It's no special orders. It's what we have. It's that time of year where we put Christmas on sale. And if you're still working on projects, yay. And if you want something for next year or whatever, yay for that too.
Absolutely.
So through the 18th, all of our Christmas is going to be 20% off. And then it's going to go down 10% each week. But if you do want to get a good selection, don't wait too long. Okay, and Peggy says magenta is the 2023 Pantone color. So we got to do a Pantone display, Penny. And I just want to walk over here because it includes these wood Christmas trees too. So those are 20% off this week with the little cute little signs hanging on them. All right.
Squirrel moment.
Oh, another
Did
squirrel?
you know those tags spell joy?
Seriously?
Yeah, J-O-Y.
Yeah, I did know that.
I did not know that. I mean, I've looked at the wreaths many, many, many times, but I have not seen the J or the Y until today.
So Penny has looked and seen this. It's kind of like gingerbread.
Yeah, it is.
Or is that what it is?
Yeah,
Gingerbread.
it is. Yeah.
So now Penny has had a discovery that it spells
it's a
out
garland.
joy.
Oh my.
Now what you could do with that, somebody asked if you could fix that stamp with rubber or something, and I don't. Can you cut a B into a G?
No.
Well,
I don't.
you might be able to carve it out. No, it'd be kind of hard.
I thought about, cutting it out and then moving the G over and then masking the IN, but that's a lot of work.
I think I would just cut off gingerbread.
Yeah.
Just cut that off. Kisses and Christmas wishes is really
Or
cute.
just put it right after the gingerbread and put the gingerbread character and then put kisses and Christmas wishes.
Right, yes, you could do that. Or just forget it and send it the way it is and see who notices.
Or Chris said, dress them up as being cold.
Yeah, that's
gingerbread.
Yeah, put icicles on him. Now, Janice, here's what you can do. Put a piece of tape over the wrong letter, stamp as usual, and then just draw in the correct one.
Yeah, you could.
Or you could cut your G off and stamp it separately. So it is fixable. It's 20% off, and
but I love the mixer and the other.
Well, the mixer, the
whisk, the rolling pin, those are just so cute.
The spatula, the little chocolate chip or whatever cookie. So they're really cute. All right, well, Penny, let's show real quick
run through.
Yesterday, if you missed it, and I didn't, I was able to watch it later. It wasn't live. I was a later. Diane brought in her recipe books that she has been making. She's been baking with her grandkids for quite a few years, and she's documenting it year by year. And she showed these yesterday. So if you missed the video, go back and check it out because they're really, really adorable, and it's so fun to see how her grandkids have grown. She has 7 grandsons, and I think they might have had their baking. It might have been this past weekend. So try to imagine baking. Oh, there's a mixer, a red one.
Yeah.
Baking 7 little boys.
Wow.
And so
he's got the right idea.
So she showed this yesterday, and then Maggie was here also and showed us how to take like a mixed nut can and decorate it and fill it full of peppermint bark, the best peppermint bark ever. And I'm going to make some of that, Penny. And we will post the recipe, and that was from the Wise Guy, who is on Instagram and I think Facebook. And Maggie and Diane both follow him.
Oh, really? Oh.
So this book goes to 2019.
2019.
And now she's
So
got
then
part
she had to
2.
have part 2.
And these are snap
2020.
binders. So you can see that you can do a lot with the snap binder,
Oh,
and you
look
use
at
the snap binder
that.
also.
That is super cute. 2021. Okay, let's see. Moment of truth. Look at this. She's got 2022 done.
Oh my gosh.
Look at all those dark clothes. Mine would be covered with flour if I had kids running around the kitchen. And
What fun, though. What a good tradition.
yeah, this is awesome. And just think, it'll be something I can start.
Yeah, Penny
Maybe
has a
not
great,
next
maybe
year,
not
but-
next year or the next, but oh, Denise.
Oh, wow, look at this. She's
So
ready.
she's ready.
2023.
Denise was in yesterday, and Maggie shared some of the peppermint bark, and she says it was delicious. So here's the Valentine can that Maggie made on the video yesterday, and it's made out of you know, like any kind of a can. These are the ones that have those plastic lids, like a nut can or
Yeah.
I don't know, Pringles. You could probably do a Pringles can,
Oh, yeah.
and then decorate it up and put a gift in it. Very cute. Very cute. So let's show your
Okay.
cookbook, and then we'll do our
So
demo
this-
with the Baking Spirits Bright.
So I made it for the kids, for my kids. They were both married, and so I did a doodlebug themed and did some drinks and then dips.
It's nice to get your family favorites into one album. So when you are cooking or baking, you could just go to that one place. I know my daughter has asked for stuff like that. She really likes that.
Well, then when I have something new, then the kids will ask me, "Hey, do you have your recipe card for that?"
Oh, and then they add it?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice. I love it.
Salads. It was so much fun to do. This was like my first binder album that I had done. So
Very
it was
cool.
so much fun with all the different tabs and the different, you know, fonts.
Well,
that I
and
could
it's nice that you
use.
kind of did the doodle. You kind of went doodle buggish.
Yes, I went all doodlebug-ish. Yep. And
Very cute.
So it was lots of fun. So
Very
I would
cool.
share.
Well, Penny was given the job of taking the Baking Spirits Bright stamp set and showing us how to color it with Copic markers. Oh, I've got ink on my hand. I just noticed that. Squirrel. And then she also is going to show you how to use these on a scrapbook layout. And what I love about that is you can probably look at her method and possibly, well, not possibly, you could use other stamp sets and do the same type of
Oh yeah.
scrapbook thing. That's
Yeah.
what I think is really neat.
I think a
Penny.
lot of it is color combos and how they react with each other and how they look and with these two colors good and bad or whatever. So I'm just going to show you the color combinations that I started with. That was the E35 and the 37 for that darker gingerbread idea. The E53 and the 57 for a different idea of, you know.
Yeah, it's
with
good to
the-
see varieties, and I will take pictures of all of these. And Janet, she's so wonderful; she'll put it on our blog for us.
What not to do is to use your red, because I just did not like this after it was done. But once you start, then I committed and I just went with it. So, and then the E23 and the E25. So several different E's that I used, and then you kind of get your favorites.
Thank you, Doug.
Different mixers, different ways of doing the bowls. I went one of each of the. No, I didn't do any warms. So I did the neutrals, the toners, the cools, and I like the cools. But just to get, again, that was that metal stuff that we had done earlier in the year.
Mm-hmm.
And then I used all the accessories and did them different ways. And I just included the colors. And then I found out that if you do the chips with the E59, if you use a lighter color, it really makes the chip stand out. And so I thought I would just do that
Yeah, we'd love that, Penny.
so you could actually see it. And if you look really carefully, there's some that actually look like,
like
a chocolate chip.
I didn't realize that
Because
till
it's
now.
kind of bigger on the end. And then, but just kind of dot over it because sometimes,
It's going to make it more brown, I think, because
Yes,
you're
it
using
is.
black ink.
so, and a nice earth tone color. But I think it makes it stand out much more.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, that was
And we have
kind
a
of fun.
comment that they like the red. They like
Oh.
the red on the gingerbread, so it's whatever you like,
Yep,
really.
it is.
It makes it maybe a little more Christmassy or something.
Now, I like to experiment with other things as well. And so I had walnut stain out on my table. And sometimes some stamps will stamp well with the distress ink. And sometimes it's not my
Sometimes
favorite
it's
thing
kinda
to do.
smeary.
Yeah. But this is with the walnut stain on just the cream color tag. And I thought, that's a really good combination. I like those colors.
I think it did well.
And so then I went to my scrapbook page idea. And I loved the paper from the line that has all of the gingerbread boys and girls on it. So I thought, why not make a top and bottom? And you know what? We'll find something to cover over that mistake.
See, it wasn't noticeable, but I think you read what you want to read in that.
Yes. So I thought that'd be a good
That's great.
two-page layout. And then I was playing with that 12 by 12 Misty, and I lined everything up with about 2 inches on each side. And then I just turned my paper and stamped it 4 times, and so I have a neat little border.
I love that, Penny.
And it's on craft paper. No, craft?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, okay. And that black just was very striking, so that's probably one of my favorites.
Well, and this is what earlier when I was mentioning is you could probably look at Penny's technique that she did on both of these layouts and use your other stamps.
Oh, yes.
So, I don't think we do that enough, and I think that's another way to use your stamps. Or if you're doing 8 by 8 layouts, or you're doing a 6 by 6 book, or whatever you're doing, or even that along the bottom as a border. They're just really cute, Penny. Nice job.
Well, and then since I was just stamping, I thought, well, let's get the tags out. So I got some tags out, and I just stamped it in a real quick hurry. And I used that memory bound to from because
Oh, yeah.
I really like the stamp Just For You.
So the To From stamp, I'm going to show it, Penny, because it's a pretty good one for this time of year.
Oh, it's excellent.
It's $4.99, and she used the Just For You there at the bottom. So it's got 3 different To Froms, and then it's got that little Just For You, which you could even combine that with the To Froms. And that stamp set is called To Plus From, and it is $4.99. Okay, and we just had some other ideas
Oh, yes.
with the Jimber bread.
Jimber.
Janet's idea was you could take off that part and just stamp it with a alphabet stamp if you wanted to have gingerbread on there.
Yeah. So
Okay, wait, sorry, Penny.
that's
One
okay.
more. Wendy Jean was thinking now, use the piping stamp, then color over the B in the gingerbread and write the G in. So I think what they're saying is put something in its place
Yep.
instead of that, and then you could stamp the G over it or write it in.
Or cover up everything behind burr bread, put your piping tool up there like it's going to finish writing it.
Oh, yes, that's a good one too.
That would be kind of fun.
Very cute. Okay, we have ideas.
Yep, we do. So then this one I just got the Elizabeth Craft tags. And I really like the size. So I thought, I'll show you what it looks like finished.
So that's called nested tags, and is that, how much is that one, Penny? Because
$18.99.
that surprises me. You're getting a lot of different dies for that. So that's $18.99 for nested tags.
Yep, and that's the smallest regular tag. Okay. So then that's just this one colored. And then I kind of discovered that when you color it, that's what happens.
Oh, sure, because that's what you want with the Copics.
Right, you're doing the right thing. So then I started doing that, coloring,
Oh, those are so cute.
and then besides my coloring,
Oh, okay, so then
put
you
a
put
scrap of your fun paper, like if it's the cake, there's that cake sheet with desserts and cookies, or there's another one in there with candies. And then I use the two from Merrymakers.
Very, very nice.
So that's another idea. And we'll put those color
Penny
ideas.
had her creative hat cap on for
I
sure.
did. You know what? I realized I'd never made tags.
These are your first tags ever?
These are my first tags ever.
Oh my gosh. But not your last.
Oh, no.
Not your last.
No.
Well, especially if you have that die set, you're going to be making tags.
Yeah. So just a bigger size, so then you can use more, or if you wanted to write a note, since I just stamped it, you know, the back is fine just the way it is. And then I saw that little cup of cocoa on the Merrymakers.
Oh my
so
gosh.
I wanted to put it in the gingerbread's hand, and maybe you give them some cocoa mix or something. And instead of the two, I just put just for you and then from, if you wanted to leave it at the door.
Okay, so that was pretty creative. So Penny combined. And Penny, we just had a question also. Penny is using the Baking Spirits Bright collection from Simple Stories. So you could put the candy cane. Okay, so she took the gingerbread guy and put the little cup of cocoa in his hand. But you could also put like a candy cane or a snowflake or maybe a present.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Very creative, Penny.
Thanks. And then I wanted to do one a little bit classier. So I did the white tag. I did the mixer just to say baking because that was kind of generic. And I love blue. And then I put the candy paper on it and the big two from the memory bound stamp set.
That is a really good idea. Okay, they want to know the size of the biggest tag in the tag set. Does it say on the package, or should we find a ruler?
Largest tag die size is 4.6 by 7.6.
I got a glare there. There we go.
4.5
It's really
by
big.
7.5. Yes.
So very, very cool. That's a nice set. It's a little different. It has the scallop top on it.
Yes.
Like this. This is a good comparison right there rather than the straight one.
All right. So on that 6
Oh.
by, isn't that like 6.5 by 8.5?
Yeah.
8, whatever.
So you could even put that on the front of your book.
Yeah.
Very
so
cool.
That's the size. Inquiring minds.
Well, and also you could make a book with this. You could easily make a tag
I,
book. Oh
I
my gosh,
sat
that
there
would be
and
fun.
looked at this, and I'm thinking, what fun it would be to use all these different sizes and to make a little album.
Yes. Okay, and Donna's asking about the 12 by 12 Misties, and they are on order. I would think they'll be here in the next few days. They ship pretty quick.
Yeah,
So.
they are. I am having lots of fun with mine. Okay, so scrapbook pages, tags. So now let's move over to cards.
I like how you slide your chair over. It's like, the Saturday Night Live update where people slide in and out and everywhere.
All right, so just a couple of ideas with stamping.
Ooh.
I use a Misty a lot, but I'm making myself use a block. And so I'm experimenting with
a little faster on something like this.
a first time stamp, and then that's the second time that you stamp it without re-inking it. And so you get that
Oh,
purpose.
yeah, you can get different, little variations.
And so I just had a bigger piece of paper and I just stamped randomly, and then I got down to the size I wanted, and this is from the Simple Stories line. That red square is the background of the candy, I think. And then popped the little sentiment. And then I just made it out of brown cardstock and then just made a card base out of it.
Very cute. I like the random overall stamping.
And then I did the random stamping, but this time I colored them all. And I didn't finish it because it's, it can be whatever you want it to be, and made another card base. You can put a sentiment on it, or you can just leave it like that, put your sentiment on the inside. So just a different idea with basically the same stamp. All right. So then
you got more.
I had a happy accident.
We love your happy accidents, Penny.
Sometimes you purposely cut this off to show the bottom.
Right.
But if you have that zip strip still on there.
Oh, okay. So that's part of your barcode?
Yeah.
And then it matches it perfectly.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So here's the card.
Oh my gosh. I love that, Penny.
And
I love how
so-
they're hanging over the edge.
I left it all the way, and then I would put white down here for
Right.
sentiment, or even up here. But then I did cut off white to put on the back so you wouldn't see
So
that
you wouldn't
barcode.
see the barcode?
But that was a happy accident, and I really like how it turned out.
I think it's super cute.
And look at all that fussy cutting.
Yes. Well, we might want to mention that there's
There's not a die.
not a die, but you fussy cut it very nicely.
Well,
It looks
I'm
very
trying
nice.
to practice with Janet's, keep your
tips.
scissors straight. Okay, but this is my all-time favorite.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Ta-da!
That is so cute.
So I gave them each a whisk because of the sentiment. I put the mixer in there, but then I wanted it to look like on a table. So
Little
we hung
tablecloth.
it down there, and then you just
Oh,
open this
and it
up.
opens.
Yes!
Oh my gosh.
That's my favorite. I'm so glad that one didn't say gingerbread.
Yeah, see, Penny didn't know about the gingerbread
Nope, not till yesterday.
till she heard about it,
It was
yesterday.
too late. I had already had everything just about done.
Oh, that's really neat.
Yeah. So those are all the finished things that I have to share with you.
Mary said Penny Ross is in the house.
Then I have another idea. Just when I sat down this morning, it's like I wanted to show you the difference of how two colors make something look differently. These two gingerbread girls are the same colors, E31 and E35, but depending on how you color it,
they're just
it's
reversed?
completely different. Yeah. So this has got the 3-1 on the inside, and this has got the 3-1 on the outside.
So if you only had a couple different, if you want to make them brown, if you only had
Right.
a couple markers, you've got two different types.
You've got two different types, and then you can alternate and make a border on your scrapbook page or your card base, on the bottom of your card. Or these stamps just are so fun to do different things with.
They're so cute. And Penny, we lived on Gingerbread Lane for almost 25 years. And
Oh,
that's
my goodness,
Here in
that's
Ankeny, and it's
hilarious.
going strong. So if you're local and you want to find some amazing Christmas lights with on the weekends, there's Santa and the Gingerbread people. And I think Mrs. Claus was out one last weekend. You just look up Gingerbread
Oh.
Lane in Ankeny, Iowa, and
That's cool. All right, so I thought I would color a mixer, but I'm going to let you choose what color.
you're going to let me choose?
Yeah, I'm going to let you choose what color.
Oh my gosh. Well, my mixer's brown, but I don't want to do brown.
No, we've had too much brown.
How about, and you've done a blue, you've got red, orange, teal. How about yellow? Let's do some yellows.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I changed my mind. Can we
Okay.
do purple?
Sure.
You have some good purples.
Sure.
It's so sweet that you let me choose.
Sure.
So Penny's picking out her markers.
All
This
right.
this was not pre-planned. Although we could plan it, and that we plan that, okay, Kelly, you say yellow, and then you change your mind to purple, and then you decide on green, and I'll have all my green markers ready. But we didn't do that, did we, Penny?
Nope. We like to live dangerously. I just want you to see how I did the mixer using two colors. So the first one that I pulled out is a pastel. It's the Wisteria V20. And I started by doing the top of the mixer because that would be like the highlighted area. And then I'm going to switch over real quick to the V22 Ash Lavender. I'm going to go from that line up and kind of meet in the middle but go heavy on the line.
Oh my gosh, Penny. It already
Then-
looks all blended.
And then go over it again. So you have a little bit of a lighter color, darker, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom half. I'm going to start with my really light color, go around the holly berries, go underneath the mixer where all my powdered sugar tends to go. And I'm going to go just past that.
Yeah, your comment
Leaf.
about Diane's family baking and a lot of them in dark shirts, and they all look pretty clean.
Yeah.
Maybe they changed for the pictures.
Oh, maybe. All right, then I'm going to go underneath and I'm going to go the darkest color, and I'm going to just kind of be heavy-handed with it and be purposely a little bit darker.
Because if you think about it, things are going to be darker on the bottom because the light's not going to be shining on the bottom.
And then we're just going to go up.
Oh my gosh, that looks so pretty.
And just touch that little top part down quick. And that's all there is to a blender. I mean, just 2 colors, quick, you're done. And then I would probably grab my G28 and my
to do the,
R,
it's got cute little holly leaves.
Yep. And my R2928 for the leaf, and I'm just doing 1 color. They're teeny tiny. But you could do 2 colors. You could highlight the middle line and do a lighter color. And then just take those red dots and just fill them in just with a little touch. And then I would grab my C0 and my C1. And for the bowl, so for the bowl, you will see there's a line on this side. So the highlighted area is going to be the middle because that would be where the light is. So I'm going to do from both edges out towards the middle, but I'm not coloring the middle. So there's white in the middle of that. If you can see it, I don't know. But
yeah,
anyway,
we can see it.
Then I'm going to go to my darker one, which is not much darker, but it's the C1.
So we're using C0 and C1.
I'm going to go right underneath the lip all the way across, and then I'm going to get up on that very tippy tip, and then I'm going to go across, color in the bottom, turn it over, and then add some really little lines.
We've shown this.
And then go across. Okay, so I've gone over some of those clear white spots. And then I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Washes across, that's done.
Oh my gosh, that looks amazing.
So
there's our little purple mixer.
And that is really a great color.
It is. I like those colors that you picked out. Let's see, which ones were they again, Penny? So for the
it was the V20 and the V22.
Okay, so there's our mixer colors, and C1.
There's the C0 and the C1, and then we had the G28 and the R29.
Perfect.
So
Perfect.
that's our little mixer.
That's so cute.
So now the gingerbread kids, I basically just did 1 color and either highlighted the arms and the feet and the head, or or like the red with the little boy, I just kind of highlighted the lines. But otherwise, take a light and a dark, and then figure out if you want to do the light on the bottom or the dark on the bottom. And then I just tried to do wide brush marks with the brush nib and go.
So you're not really doing a lot of shading with it. You're just getting them colored in.
I'm just getting them colored in. They're little peoples. And they're cookies. They're not really people. So, yep. And then just kind of even it out a little bit.
Penny, you are such a good colorer. There's people that have commented that they enjoy watching you color.
Well, thank you.
They say it's relaxing.
It's relaxing to
And
do.
Wendy Jean said that these would be great for watercoloring, and they absolutely would.
Oh, yes.
If you've got the Tim Holtz watercolor pencils, you could use those on it, and if you don't, you might want to get them or put them on your Christmas list, because they are all back in stock. And I got my sets 2 and 3, and I'm getting set 1 today.
And then just do that little eye, covering his mouth a little bit, kind of go over
I think
that
that
tie.
I think that adds a lot, Penny. It kind of takes the black out a little bit.
Well, and then you could also finish up the line because the line doesn't go all the way to the head if that bothers you or whatever. So that's the way I colored the little peoples. And I think all the other little tools are pretty easy.
Right, because they're just so small, you don't need to worry about shading. But
No.
I do really like how you've done the mixer.
It
and
was
the bowls.
lots of fun. It was lots of fun.
Well, I can see why. And Penny, I love it. I love it all. And I'm really excited to know that you are now making tags.
Yes, I'm making tags now.
Penny now is making tags. These are her first tags, everybody.
Yeah.
So we'll have to make note of that. Mark the date on something on the calendar.
But all the stamps stamp really nicely, and I just stamped each one of them once over there. Sometimes I went in and I colored in. So like I colored in the rest of the baking with cheer because it's kind of hollow.
Oh,
so
okay.
So that's without ink, and then I just did a darker blue on that to kind of go with the baking. But
Okay, so you could
can
fill
cut-
it in if you want to.
Yep, you can do that. So
And look at her layouts. Let's remember that she also showed us how to use them on a scrapbook layout and how well they go with this is actually the back of the 4x6, or I'm sorry, the 2x2 and the 4x4 elements. And then she also did a border around the page. And you guys take that idea and you can use it with lots of your stamps.
oh yeah, definitely.
And Janet just threw out an idea.
Oh.
You could use a white gel pen for the frosting lines if you wanted to. So
yep.
you could do that.
Yep.
There's a lot of options. Or she said snow pen, a white gel or white snow
Yep.
pen.
Yep.
That would be really cute to add a little snow or frosting. I guess it would be
Yes.
frosting in this case.
Right. Right.
Now we have I think 4 or 5 of these stamp sets left. They are 20% off with all of our Christmas sale. So everything, remember, our Christmas items are 20% off through the 18th. So it's a good time if you want to get some things to document your holiday or past holidays or future holidays.
Yep.
Or you want to get some Christmas cards made. It is not last minute yet.
No, that's next week.
Last week they were talking about it being last minute. Last week, and I was like, it is not last minute yet.
No.
So,
Not at all.
well, anyway, oh gosh, Heidi, I'm so glad you mentioned it. We do have some of the magazines left. Let's get one so we can show people.
Which one?
We have a free magazine with a $50 purchase, and that's good on whatever you purchase. Hi, Chris. Chris. Penny went to get the magazine. We do have a few magazines left, so it is not too late. So if you, oh wait, she went over. Okay. So if you haven't got your order in, we do have the Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine. It is so nice. It's bright colored. Just maybe flip through it. Our staff all has these so they can get inspired and come up with even new ideas.
We don't have a lot of penguins. We might
Penguins
need to do penguins
are very
next
popular.
year.
Yes, that's cute. And then go another page. I saw something with a tree. Oh, look at that layout.
Oh, Peggy.
So it has cards, it has mixed media, it has scrapbook layouts, shows you some of the newest product that's out.
Not
Lots of good
available for
ideas.
purchase.
No, we aren't able to sell it, but if you make a purchase, we got Maggie in the background over there. If you make a purchase, we're going to throw that in for you today, and it's free. It's I think it's probably has a price on it.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't.
Nope.
Okay. Here's one.
Really?
Yeah, but I can't read it. It's too small. I think it's a $9.99 or something magazine.
Yeah.
Independent retailers like Memory Bound don't have the rights or whatever to sell it. We can only give it away, which is good for all of you.
Yes.
And we like to have stuff to give away to our customers,
Absolutely.
our loyal customers. So be sure and get your order in. Those are while supplies last.
Yep.
And I think we have maybe 20 left. I'm not super sure. Janet says operators are standing by. And they really
Yes, they
are.
are.
You can see them all in the background. So Penny, thank you so much
My
for
pleasure.
Baking Spirits Bright and doing our coloring.
You bet.
And being here today. And I want to say goodbye to everybody. Have a wonderful day. And we are back tomorrow. And I never really looked at the schedule, but it's going to be another baking themed
Yep.
day tomorrow. I know Janet's here on Friday, but I don't remember tomorrow. But I'm sure it's going to be a good
It'll be
one.
exciting.
It's going to be a wonderful one. So have a great day, everybody, and thanks so much for joining us this morning.